Hello. Uh-oh. I'm so excited about right now. I'm so excited, everyone. Welcome back to Power 97.5 LA iHeartRadio, Power V 97.5 Vegas. I consider certain people icons. And immediately when I met this man a couple of years ago here in Los Angeles, and we sat at the same table, and immediately his energy was better than everybody in the room. And I said, we have to make sure we bring this heart of gold on the show. Today's guest is one of the most influential voices in modern American fashion. From Ridgeway, South Carolina. You got to say it the right way because people don't say it right. It's South Carolina. South Carolina. My mother is from Lamar, South Carolina, so I know. But from Ridgeway, South Carolina, to dressing some of the most powerful women in the world, his designs have become synonymous with confidence, elegance, and power. Dressing, he has dressed some of our greats like Vice President Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama, Beyoncé, Rihanna, Keke Palmer, Issa Rae. I mean, the list keeps going on, and I'm still waiting on a blazer for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so excited right now because everybody put your hands and ears together for the amazing and the talented, the incomparable, and all of the things. Sergio Hudson is in the building, y'all.
Thank you. That's an
Um,
amazing introduction.
First and foremost, in this season, Sergio, of your life, how are you and how is your heart right now?
I'm good. I'm living. I have a wonderful family.
You do.
Uh, my daughters are teenagers, so
Oof.
they keep me distracted from all the drama and the disappointment of fashion.
Look, and they keep you on your toes too. We're like,
Oh,
what
absolutely.
what in the world? Why are y'all getting so grown? What are we doing? When you think
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like
it's
they change day by day by day by day.
by day, but immediately when I think about you, I think about your roots. And immediately I was like, I love hearing this man speak because he sounds exactly like my mother. And that's when you know you from the South, y'all. But your roots and your childhood purpose, you've said in a lot of interviews that you fell in love with fashion at just 4 years old at Ridgeway, South Carolina. What did fashion represent to young Sergio before even understanding this crazy industry?
So I think for me, the antithesis of me falling in love with fashion had to be under the influence of my mother. She's just a fashion girl. That's just what she is. I can't describe it any other way. I always say it. Everybody says that their mom influenced them, every designer, their mom or their grandmother.
Yep.
But my mom is the one. Like
Yeah.
you meet her, um, it's like when I talk about my mom, people be like, "Yeah, right," and then when they meet her, they're
When
like,
they meet her,
"Oh,
they're like, "Oh, so you were telling the truth?"
it's real."
Yeah.
Like it just is what it is.
Yeah.
So she's and just innately stylish.
Hmm.
Uh,
I mean, let's talk about your sister as well, modeling. I mean, can we not? I mean, hello.
yeah, like my sister was we lived, of course, in South Carolina, but she traveled all around the Southeast modeling, doing
Hmm.
commercials, and
Hmm.
was signed to a talent agency at a very young age. And that was, my mom was actually a seamstress as well. So she would
Oh,
make
wow.
clothes. So it was just a lot. Like fashion was always about in the house. I'm watching CNN style with Elsa Clinch at 4 or 5 years old.
It
You
was
know,
like it was in the DNA. It was in the house. Yeah.
it was there. It was like, what else would I do? I never had another option for a career. I
Hmm.
remember seeing Johnny Versace on CNN Style and saying, "Oh wow, there's someone who actually makes the clothes that women wear. I want to do that."
Wow. I do that. Well,
Yeah.
you've done it, but you've mastered it. And I don't care what anyone says and what you say, you have mastered it, sir.
Thank
Okay. You are
you.
in the rooms, you're in the conversations. When you look back now, what were the sacrifices people did not see during those early years before kind of success arrived for Sergio?
Oh wow, so many. I was just having this conversation with my husband actually, and I was telling him, people don't they want what I have or what they perceive that I have, but they would never be able to go through the things that I went through to get here. I'm talking my entire 20s being broke and poor,
Come
um,
on.
entire 20s and half of 30s,
Come on.
uh, you know, leaving South Carolina and moving to LA with nothing. Um, my best friend, co-creative director in tow. It took a lot of sacrifice for both of us to do this and to, really be who we are, and a lot of late
Hmm.
nights making clothes for people. I remember one night staying up the entire night, like to make a suit for somebody that they didn't even wear. Like for every triumph, there are at least 20 disappointments. And I
Come
think that
on.
people have to understand
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
fashion and building a career. And this is, I'm sure, true for other industries as well. But for every triumph, there's going to be 20 disappointments at
Absolutely.
least. And I think every day, even to this day, like every day, there's a text coming across my phone from the PR chat that, oh, so and so has this dress. They might wear it to this. So, it's always, whenever you see an event, we have something in the works, possibly
Absolutely.
for that event. But it's like a lottery, like you never know who's going to wear what or when they're going to wear it.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, and I also think to your point, I'm glad that you said that. Sergio, a lot of people, and I said this in the journalism and fashion space, but really in the journalism space, is that people see the final product and they think that you didn't have to do anything to get to that final product. And it's a beautiful bowl that's presented to the world. And they don't see the struggle and the strife. And I'm glad that you said that because people need to hear that, especially from you, a top designer. Like, no, we got to go through some to get to this space, right?
And that doesn't stop. And that's what I think
Mm-mm.
people, um, you know, like they say it, I know they say this in the South a lot, new level, new devils.
New devils.
More money, more problems.
That's it.
It never changes. It's
No,
always
it gets worse a little bit.
It does, because it's like, okay, now you have people depending on you to
Ab-
take care of their families. It's not
Yep,
just you trying to
yep,
take care of your family. Now you're
ab-
taking care of three
uh,
other families because
mm-hmm.
you're employing these people.
Yep.
So it's a heavy weight to carry, and you can't describe it to people. I think you have to feel it and know the
Mhm.
pressure of success
You
and
do.
remaining successful.
That's it. Well, and I think about some of the first times. Do you remember the first time someone wore your design and realized that this is not just fashion, but this was really my purpose?
Oh, wow. I would say, well, the first time that someone wore one of my designs and I got the feeling like, okay, this might happen. I've been working so hard, but this is like,
This
was
is it. Mhm.
Lisa Wu from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Shout out to Lisa. Oh,
She was my first celebrity client,
okay.
and I dressed her she was filming the second season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is
Okay.
years and years ago. And at that time, Housewives of Atlanta was
That
like
was the it thing.
Michael Jackson worthy, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
remember going places with her, and like we couldn't walk through because it was so many people.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I started dressing her, it was like an immediate, like, okay, now you're well known in this sector of the industry.
Yep. Yep.
So that was, and she took very good care of me. She almost spoiled me for what the real industry was.
You were like, this what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah,
Hold
'cause
on.
that was the first person that paid me over $1,000 for a dress. Like, and I didn't even ask her to pay me. She just wrote me a check.
Mm.
And she was like, well, I have to pay you something. Like that was, so she kind of spoiled me for what the real industry
I was
was.
about to, well, and that's the thing. It's like I think we get so excited to do the interview or to give the clothes that they're just wearing it. But you're like, wait, I'm actually getting compensated for this too? You
Yeah.
take care of me?
Yeah. It was, she's a dear friend to this day. And
Yeah.
actually how I got with my business partner, because they are family members.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, so my business
Okay.
partner Inga and her grew up together, and that's how I met my business partner, through her. So
Yeah.
I was
Beautiful.
grateful to her for my start.
Well, I mean, it's a beautiful alignment, but breaking through and kind of building the brand, you won Bravo's Styled to Rock.
Hmm.
And for a lot of people, they would say that kind of changed the trajectory for you. And after that, kind of, I always ask this question when we have either someone from a reality show or someone that has won a competition, whatever. What happens when those cameras kind of stop rolling? For you, what was the hardest reality of turning recognition into real business?
So I would say this. Style did not change my life. And I'm just going to be completely honest.
The
It
answer.
it helped me because I won and I got the prize money. I was able to pay off some debts. I bought a car. I did a collection.
Yep.
But just being completely honest, and not this is nothing, not a bash to Rihanna or anybody. I think it just didn't work out the way I anticipated it working out.
Yeah.
And me and Rihanna are very cool to this day. Like when we see
Hmm.
each other, it's like family, and she's
Yeah.
proud of me, and I still call her mother, even
Because
though I'm
she
old.
is literally and figuratively.
But she definitely, gave me an opportunity to be seen on a main stage. And
Mhm.
when I won that show, like, and she shouted me out on Instagram, my Instagram immediately
It
blew up.
blew.
So,
Yeah.
I'm very grateful to all the opportunities she gave. But I really started from ground level after that.
Hmm.
All the support I thought I was gonna have, it was like it just wasn't there, to be
It
honest.
was. Hmm.
No, the team, I'm not gonna get too deep into
No,
this.
no, no. It's
I'm
fine. I think
not
because
gonna get too deep into it, but the business is very busy and it's like
mhm,
people get forgotten, things get forgotten.
mhm.
And to be honest with you, I think it was for the best because, you know, I didn't want to get caught up being a costume designer. I really am a ready to wear designer
You
anyway.
are. You are.
So with that experience, it was an experience, and I met friends that I'm still friends with to this day,
Mhm.
and I'm very grateful for it. But I started from the ground after that. It was
Yeah.
like it gave me alignment to know, okay, this is what I need to do.
Right.
I need to dress celebrities. Because before then, I was just like, I just want to make clothes and get in Neiman Marcus, and I
That's it.
realized
Yeah.
like, oh, this might not happen for you in that way. So maybe you need to go this way. So that's what got me into dressing celebrities. The process of that
Mhm.
show, you know, learning through that show is how I learned how the industry works, that stylists pull things
Yep.
and you have to be the one to get the celebrity has to pick your clothes to wear from what the stylist pull. Like it was like a teaching for me because on that show you had to pull. So the best designers would
Mhm.
get pulled. So you
Okay.
got pulled and then
You
they
get
would
that.
show your looks to the celebrity that was on the show for that week, and the celebrity would pick which like
Which
look
is like,
like the best from
yep.
the pool, which is
Mhm.
how the industry works.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like a class in how to do it. So that so that opportunity was interesting, but people actually think like, oh, he blew up right after that.
You're
No,
like, no. Mm-mm.
definitely wasn't. It was years later. Um, I would say at least 4 or 5 years before I was like becoming more well known.
Well, no. Well, and
Mhm.
Sergio, this is the thing. I've had people from, let's say, American Idol or The Voice and all of the things, and they said the same thing, right? That was just the platform. It's
Yeah.
what we did with the platform to elevate our own careers. And to your point, I love that you spoke truth, which you always do. I don't know if y'all follow this man on social media. This man is in people's DMs. He is in the comments. He is in all the things saying, look, I'm going to speak my voice because this is how I feel.
I hold back a lot, actually.
Oh, we know. The people that know you, we know.
I'm one of those people that type a comment on something and then I delete it.
You be like, never mind. I ain't gonna say it.
Yeah, or I'll say a comment on something and then I start seeing people reply and then I delete. I mean, hey, I'm not trying to get in a fight today.
You're like, I'm not gonna fight with the people. But a lot of people think that visibility equals stability. And I love that you spoke about the financial space of that earlier. What did this industry and what is it kind of teaching you about the differences between being famous or being financially sustainable?
They're two totally different things, and sometimes they align and
Hmm.
sometimes they
Hmm.
don't. Oftentimes they don't.
Yeah.
Never believe exactly what you see. I
Mhm.
think um, when you like someone, you need to support them because at the end of the day, and this is what me and my business partner have been trying to get out there to our, core clientele. We're you are. comparing us to Saint Laurent and to, Gucci and Chanel, which is a compliment.
Yeah.
We are not corporations. We are
Yeah.
not making $1 billion a year.
Yeah.
We are self-owned, self-run, operated.
Operating.
Every
Yeah.
penny that comes into this business is valuable to us. So, whereas you can go on Saint Laurent and,
Hmm.
spend $100,000 and it's like, oh, great, you made a sale. You come to Sergio Hudson spending $100,000, it means, okay, can this brand go on from to the next 2 months? That's kind of,
Correct.
you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. When you're independently, it's a little different.
Yeah, it's different, and it means a lot more for
Absolutely.
us. So when you like a brand, you see a brand, don't just assume that they are doing it. Like,
Right.
we're doing it. And I'm not saying we're not, but
But we're doing it though. There's a
yeah,
difference.
we doing it like from
Yeah.
day to day. Like, it is a very volatile industry. To be
Absolutely.
honest, for me to operate in this industry, like at the level I'm operating, is very much like a needle in a haystack,
Mm-hmm.
rainbows, unicorn
I
type.
mean, all of the things. Yeah.
And I don't take that for granted. I'm
Hmm.
a very lucky person. And even when it gets hard, I have to remind myself, okay, you're lucky
You
because
are.
a lot of people want to do what you're doing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, people have said that, Sergio. They've seen you on television, they've seen your pieces on red carpets, and you hear people saying, "Oh, I can do what he's doing," but you don't know the struggle that got to this carpet. You don't know the financial gain and loss that got to this space, or you don't know what I had to experience on a personal level to be
Mhm.
in this place. And you've experienced a lot in your life. You launched your own label independently. What were some of those moments you had to choose between protecting your vision and chasing kind of commercial success?
It's been a lot of times, to be honest, it would have been much easier if I would have made, like some more affordable clothes and sold them to, whoever, whatever. It would have been easy during COVID for me to start making masks and doing everything that
Yeah.
all people were doing to make money. But I knew where I wanted to be and I knew the process to get there. And that was a lot of sacrifice. Even back to, I remember before I worked with Lisa, I went to college with a lot of designers and friends, and they would always have shows and stuff in Atlanta. And I would always be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. It was very much like, I look back on it like, who do you think you are? Like, what do
You were
you
like,
do?
oh, so you ain't want to do with the rest of the people? Okay, got
Oh,
it.
it was like, no, I'm not making a dress for that person. Like me,
No,
I can't hardly pay my light bill, but
you
I'm not
had morals
turning
and
down work. It's just like I knew I can't attach this name that I want to be this to that.
I can't. No, I say that a lot. I do a lot of majority of the celebrity red carpets and top build here in LA carpets and interviews. And there's certain people I always say, and I don't know if I'll get in trouble for it. It is what it is. There's certain people I'll say I just don't want to interview because that doesn't align with me and my brand and my name and all of the things. It's a line of other people that can interview them. It's all good. But I love that you speak a lot about Black designers and you've been very vocal about that, what I appreciate. What's something people misunderstand about the emotional weight of being a Black designer representing culture on a global stage?
That's such a layer, and we can do a whole
It's so
hour of
fair.
this, but I think just the label of being a black designer.
Mm,
Um, there's no other ethnicity uh group of people that get labeled that way. Like I have friends who are Asian, who
yep,
are Thai,
yep.
who are whatever, Jewish or
Mm, mm,
just white from
mm,
Texas,
mm.
and that's never attached to their name. Like one of my good friends, Brandon Maxwell, you never hear
Yeah,
white designer Brandon Maxwell. You know what I mean?
don't.
Always attached to us. We
Yeah,
have to be an oddity or like something that's separated from everybody else.
yeah.
And something that, I talk about this so much because I'm like, this needs to be normalized. Like, we need to,
Mhm.
I'm definitely a proud black person. Like,
You are. And I
everybody
love
knows that.
it.
But I think I don't want to be pigeonholed or in a way set apart or segregated because I am black. I don't either. I don't want to be given extra, you know, care
Because
because I am black. You know what I
right,
mean? Because
right,
that doesn't last. It's like
right.
just like I said in the interview I just did. After George Floyd, all the department stores they wanted black designers in the stores, and they flooded.
Mm-hmm.
And now that most of them are out in the cold because the brands didn't sell, people didn't buy it because they couldn't promote it the way it needs to be
Mm-hmm.
promoted. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just getting in the store.
No, it's a full machine. It's
It's a machine. And you're competing with brands like I think Chanel made $18 billion last year. You're competing with a brand that made that much money. You're competing for those same dollars
yeah.
from that same customer. And how do they compete with that? They have people in the store that they pay just to be in the store. They send stuff to here to there. It's no end to what they'll do to make a sale, or they can't
Absolutely.
make a sale. And you're competing with that. And I think that's where a lot of people that enter fashion that are
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
black, because at the end of the day, black is socioeconomic. We're lower. We don't have as much money
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as these people do. So we can't compete, and that's why we fail in this
Mm.
industry. It's
Yeah.
no, that's the simple. It's no, no other reason
Yeah.
we don't have the money to compete.
And this is the thing I think so many people, Sergio, and this is it's interesting because it's not on our question, but most recently I've been in conversation with colleagues and friends and community talking about money. And as people of color, there's so many times money is kind of like that cringy word. We don't want to have that discussion. But my counterparts don't have a problem with speaking about money, giving you an invoice, talking about this is how much I charge for XYZ. And there's not really a conversation until I'm actually with my community. And we want to also, can you help me out? Can you do the
Yeah.
things?
No, and this is the thing. Like I've learned because obviously there aren't a lot of us in this industry,
Mhm.
but just being friends with white designers, like
Yes.
they are not ashamed to tell you, like, I can't pay my rent. Like,
Oh,
I
they
can't
will let you
afford to
know.
do this, or I can't do that. I don't have the money. But us, once we get a little bit of status or something like that, it's like, oh no, you got to make sure we look like
Yep.
we be this, we got to be that. No, don't let them know you like no, but they do not care. They're like, no, like
Mm-mm.
when Saks and Neiman's went bankrupt a few months ago, like all my white friends, I was like, we're not selling to them. We can't afford to do it. We can't pay our staff. We're gonna have to lay off people. Like they was telling me all their business.
Absolutely.
We grew up black. Like you don't
Keep
take
your business in the
it.
household. It's real
Yeah,
property. Yeah.
yeah, but they don't care. And I think that's why, like they can say, okay, I need help.
Yes.
And that's something I'm learning to do. You know,
Same. Well, and I'm also learning to give my price, Sergio. And if you say no, then it's okay.
keep
This
it
is
moving.
not the right project for us. I want to talk about an iconic moment. And if you really fully understand the cultural impact that you made creating pieces for the inauguration for Vice President Kamala Harris and Michelle Obama. Do you know how iconic that was and how that felt? And how did you feel in that moment? Because that was historic and still is.
Um, I think so. Here's the thing. I think I get waves of how, how amazing it was,
Mhm.
but it's become so normal to me now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm friends with a lot of music artists that have
Mhm.
had songs or whatever, or hit movies or things like that. It's like you don't really realize the cultural resonance of a project until it's over and you're trying to do it again.
Yeah.
It's like, so for us, I kind of feel like it's wow, am I ever going to be able to top that Michelle Obama moment?
Right. It's like,
You
ooh.
know, because it's like, okay, you think you're doing something that's going to blow up like that did, and it's like it never kind of makes it to that moment. But that
Hmm.
moment, I think,
Hmm.
so organic and so unintentionally big. I think
Yeah.
inspired work. Like it was not planned for that to take over the internet like it did.
I
It
was like, Sergio, Lord.
yeah,
Ooh.
it was not. It was very unintentional.
Yeah. I everyone knows this about me. My favorite film in the world is Boomerang.
Ah,
And you did something and often your designs are referenced within the confidence and the glamour of the 90s. And I think you've done a beautiful job. But I think during the Kiki Palmer run, when she was doing some things from hair to clothing and everything, I've always wanted to tell you chef's kiss because that alone, sir, was everything. What do you hope they never compromise about themselves when you see young Black designers?
I think they never compromise who they are to fit in. A
Mhm.
lot of times when we enter this industry, let's just be honest. I know there's a way for me to really like grow and at a more rapid pace, which is
Okay.
to ignore that I'm Black and to only work with white people, or to have an all white team. I don't look at and I don't want to sound like one of those people who don't realize it's wrong to say, but I don't really color when it comes to who I'm hiring for
Yeah.
to work with. I just
Yeah.
look at the best people for our
Mhm.
brand.
Yeah.
Um, so I have a white sales team. I have a Black PR team. It doesn't. I don't look at them as colors. I look at them as my PR and my sales team.
That's it. The
Get what
people
I'm
who know how to do the
saying?
job.
I have some of I have to me the best PR firm in the industry,
You do.
which is the Hinton Group, Nate Hinton. But he's a Black man, and most of the people that work for him are Black. But it's just they happen to be Black. But I know I have the best.
You
Like
really do. You really do.
I don't really see myself working with anybody else.
Yeah.
So, it's not because he's Black. It's just a plus that
It's
he
just
is.
a plus. It's a good little plus. I want to get into some questions because when people heard that you were going to be on the show, they started flooding in. We were able to pull two strong questions, two-ish. First comes from Nicole. Nicole is out of Brooklyn, New York, and she says, "Your custom Met ensemble connected to Superfine during the Met Gala, which was probably one of my favorite Met Galas. I wanted more. I feel like I'm still
It was
wanting more.
all of our favorite Met Galas.
I was gonna say, right, that Superfine theme in such a striking way. What inspired you creatively when you approach moments as massive as the Met Gala?
um, I think that Met Gala was definitely lightning in a bottle.
Ooh,
So
beautiful word.
it was a moment for us to really shine,
Hmm.
and I everything that we designed, we were very intentional about what we were making, who we were making it for, and not being a costume, but being
Yeah.
something real to each person.
Yep.
We were very meticulous, even to like the last minute. I think the last week we got Jen, who's
Yeah.
Usher's wife,
Hmm.
and her outfit.
She looked amazing. Look. I keep telling Usher, she looked better than you, Ush. Like, what's going on? You ass?
Everybody said that. He said that to my business partner. He was like, "Y'all had my wife looking better than me."
I called Jeremy. I was like, Jeremy, y'all gonna have to step it up. Sergio got Jen looking crazy. She looking
But
better.
Jeremy styled her, so
Oh, there we go. There we go.
it was like, um, it was a experience, like an out about experience, and I felt so honored to be a part of that moment
Yes.
because you knew it was a once in a lifetime
Oh,
moment.
absolutely, absolutely. And I don't think ever that it will be duplicated. I was at the Met this year, and I was like, wow, what a difference! What a difference!
Yeah, I didn't go this year.
It was different.
I dressed a couple of private clients, but I didn't go
Hmm.
this year. Um,
Hmm.
but I told everybody that was there last year for their first time,
Hmm.
like, okay, y'all, like this is, and it was really fun, like,
Yeah.
because the Met is, people always say it's not fun and it's boring. It's not that it's boring, it's just not as fun as you would think a party like that would be. Never
Yeah.
boring though.
It's never
Just
boring.
say that. But
Yeah.
last year was really
Oh
fun.
no, last year a time was had. I will say
Yeah,
that.
we had a good time. Um, I just was so tired. I had dressed 18 people.
When I tell you your roster was crazy, all we kept looking at when we did reviews and recaps, Sergio. I was like, oh my God, did Sergio do everybody up here? Yes. The answer is
Did
yes.
a lot of people, and I think it was because you know our aesthetic is the tailoring
It
and the
is.
reference to menswear that we always have in our collections. So everybody that I knew that liked my clothes, they wanted me to dress them, and these like
Absolutely.
all the people that we dressed, I believe, were people that I actually knew and I worked with before. And they just were like, okay, you're dressing me for the Met Gala, right? And I was like,
Like it really wasn't a question. They were just like, you dressing me, right? Just say.
yeah, it was. And then we had a couple, I can't turn down the private clients because,
I mean, come on. That's the consistency. Yeah, people don't forget about Marcus from Atlanta says you've dressed women across politics, entertainment, sports, and culture. What do you think powerful women are truly searching for when they put on Sergio Hudson?
I think, and I talk about this often, we accentuate what the woman how a woman sees herself
Mm,
at her best.
yeah,
Walks into a room. It's not that we're putting a costume on her, we're accentuating who she is,
yeah.
who she always saw herself to be. And that's my goal when I design clothes. I want the woman to walk into the room and know that she is that girl.
Yeah.
It's like, when Mrs. Obama was walking down those stairs, it wasn't that the outfit was just, I mean, it was a nice outfit, but it was how
It was
she felt in the
he
outfit.
felt in that outfit.
Dude, she was like, okay, I'm that girl today. Like, I'm feeling good. This hair is
Yeah.
curled. This outfit is good. I'm gonna be warm because everybody got on skirts and I got on pants. And it was how she carried that outfit that really
It was.
it carried because she carried.
Exactly. As we close out our show and our segment, which I hate, I curated the last part in 2020 called the therapy session. And I love these questions because these are the ones that probably you've never answered. Sergio, what is a lesson you've learned recently that really changed your perspective on life?
Hmm. Every battle isn't worth fighting.
Mm,
I think that's one of the biggest things I've learned, in the past 5 years. Uh, every battle isn't worth fighting. Every argument isn't worth having. Um, I a lot of times when I get a feeling of irritation or like I want to say something, I'm like, okay, what is this going to garner me if I say this? And learning that has become like a shield to me of peace.
yeah. Yeah.
And learning when to say something, when to
Hmm.
tell someone, look, you can't do that. Like, you can't talk to me that way. Like,
Exactly.
learning to stand in who you are,
Hmm.
learning to know, okay, yeah, like I've worked really hard to get to where I am,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
you're not gonna treat me like you did
At all.
years ago because I'm
No,
not the same
I'm not
person.
the same person. Sorry.
Yeah.
What do you value most about your husband?
Oh wow, the support,
Hmm.
normality. When you come home and it's not about who you dressed or where your clothes are sold. It's about, okay, are you gonna wash the dishes? Because I don't really feel like putting up the dishes. What you
Yeah.
cooking? That's valuable to me. Or even when I come home and and I know this sounds crazy, but like my daughter didn't clean up her room and I like have to go off about it, or he's upset about it. He's like, she didn't clean up the room again. Why you ain't like it's like it makes me feel very normal because
Yeah.
feel like you're in a fishbowl when you're in this industry.
It
You're
does.
on Zooms all day long with, you know, executive producers and, actresses and my PR and jury deal and shoot
Us. All
and
the things. Yeah.
this type of things. And then when you get home, it's like, okay, my
Oof.
my youngest daughter's like, I want to go see Michael the movie because she didn't go when we went.
Okay.
Okay, I got to make time for that this weekend. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's
absolutely. It's just, it makes you feel normal just to be able to have
Yeah.
normal, regular, everyday. Did you take the trash out? What are we eating later? Can
Yeah.
we just sit and watch the new Netflix show and that's it and just be present, right? What makes you feel the most understood and comfortable when you're around people?
Um, mm, that's a good question. I think so by nature, I'm just a very blunt person. Um, which can be taken as offensive. I value when people know me and they
Hmm.
know my intentions.
Yeah.
Knowing people's intentions can make them feel so safe with you. And knowing that nobody intentionally is hurting you, intentionally is doing stuff to you. So I would say what makes me feel safe and at peace is when people know my intentions.
Yeah. I always say that about in the seasons of my life. Right now, I'm in the access season. Who am I allowing access to me? What do I want access to? All of the things. If your younger self from Ridgeway could see your life today, what do you think you would make him most proud of?
I think you did what you dreamed you would do, you know?
Mhm.
Like I dreamed I would be exactly where I am, probably a little more richer.
So you're saying, run me the checks real quick. I need some more money. Stop
But
playing with us, y'all.
I live a good life, uh,
Yeah.
and I do what I want to do every day,
Hmm.
and that is all I can wish for my younger self.
Yeah. And last question, I always love to ask this. When people talk about Sergio Hudson 50 years from now, what do you hope they say beyond the clothes, and what do you want your legacy to be?
He opened the door and he allowed people that look like him to be normalized in fashion. And I hope 50 years from now that Black designers won't be fighting the same battles that we are fighting now
Yeah,
because of something that I did. That's my biggest goal is to, open doors for other people. And hopefully, he will have a conglomerate that has invested in a lot of other designers that look like him. You know,
that's it. Any last words you want to leave any of your fans and people that have followed you all these years? Any last words, Sergio?
no, just thank you, and continue to support. We've come a long way, but we have a long way to go. Continue to support, continue to look out for us, continue to buy, continue
Hmm.
to, we have a lot of new things coming in the next year or two. Um,
Hmm.
and support those things because they're gonna grow the business. And yeah,
Instagram on Sergio Hudson. As always, I want to say thank you for your footprint, but also thank you for your heart. Your heart always is bigger than the designs, it's bigger than the aesthetic, and it's bigger than the world. You always have given us a beautiful heart and a beautiful soul. And as we always say on Power 97.5 LA iHeartRadio and Power B 97.5 Vegas, stay positive, but stay creative. Until next time, thank you for tuning in.
thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sergio.